Whiterun is one of the 9 significant cities in the province of Skyrim, serving as the capital of the Whiterun Hold region. Whiterun is widely recognised across the Empire for being Skyrim's trading hub due to its strategic location, surrounded by the whole capitals of Skyrim. The Jarl's seat of power is located in Dragon's Reach, the castle situated on the city's summit. Whiterun is positioned in Skyrim's central tundra, along the White River, which flows from Falkreath Hold to Eastmarch. The area surrounding Whiterun is expansive, stretching far to the sundered hills of the Reach. It is a versatile region, teeming with various game ranging from deer to mammoths. The area is dotted with farms and other settlements, such as the township of Rorikstead and the fortress of Greymore, particularly around Whiterun's outskirts. Whiterun's roads connect to most of the Hold capitals. Dawnstar is mostly a straight path north of Whiterun, and south-southwest leads directly to Falkreath. The hill known as Skyforge was the foundation of Whiterun's construction, with the city developing around this landmark. Several Whiterun defence towers are scattered throughout the area, safeguarding the roads around Whiterun. The western watchtower is located between Whiterun and Greymore. The northern road features the White Watch Tower between Whiterun and Heljarken Creek. Whiterun is a well-fortified city with watchtowers along its border. The heavily fortified western gate, connected by a drawbridge, is the only entrance to Whiterun. The city is divided into 3 distinct districts. The Plains District is the lower level of Whiterun, where common folk reside and trade amongst themselves. The Bannered Mare, the most popular inn in the city, is situated on the eastern end of the Plains District, adjacent to the Market Square in the centre of the Plains District. The Wind District is the second level of Whiterun, home to the city's nobility and other notable groups. The Temple of Kinnereth is located in the centre of the Wind District, parallel to the Gildergreen tree, an ancient tree that grew from the Eldergleam tree of Eastmarch. The eastern side houses the Companions and the Skyforge. The Companions' stronghold was the first building in Whiterun. Finally, the Cloud District is home to Dragon's Reach, where Olaf One-Eye built a trap to imprison the great dragon Numenex.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
After the Night of Tears, Ysgramor and his 500 companions purged the Snow Elves and inhabited the province of Skyrim. Many of the companions spread out across Skyrim, moving westward into modern-day West Skyrim. One of the many Atmoran pioneers was Jeek of the River, who sailed from Atmora on the mighty ship named the Jorvaskr with his crew. The crew of the Jorvaskr embarked onto Skyrim from the northeast and defeated the elves in their path. One of the members, Yonder the Tiny, went ahead and witnessed the Great Plains of modern-day Whiterun's Hold, a vast open grassland with no end in sight. He looked over and saw a rocky hill with a large bird monument and a searing fire under its wings. This monument would be named the Skyforge. Thus, the Jorvaskr crew began constructing their stronghold Jorvaskr, and as time passed, they built a new city around the White River. Thus, the city of Whiterun was born. During the First Era, High King Borgus was killed by the Wood Elves of the Wild Hunt, ending the Ysgramor dynasty. A new High King was needed to rule over Skyrim. This led to the War of Succession, where the Jarls of Skyrim fought each other for the position of High King. At the same time, the great dragon Numenex was terrorising Skyrim while the Jarls were warring. No one could defeat the dragon. At this time, the Jarl of Whiterun was Olaf One-Eye. He decided to take the initiative to fight Numenex atop his lair in Mount Anthor. The battle atop Mount Anthor was fierce, but Olaf One-Eye won and trapped Numenex in his new castle called Dragon's Reach. Because of this feat, the Jarls settled and named Olaf One-Eye the new High King of Skyrim. To prevent another conflict, the Jarls created the Pact of Chieftains in 1E420, convening a moot to determine the next High King after a dynasty. Olaf One-Eye was considered a hero throughout the province, but many felt there was more to the story. Many accused Olaf of fabricating a tale about an epic battle to gain praise and become the High King of Skyrim. One accuser was Fafnir, an alumni of the Bard's College in Solitude. Fafnir claimed a different tale. Knowing his time was ending, Numenex flew across Skyrim, burning villages before resting in Mount Anthor. By the time Olaf One-Eye and his men arrived, Numenix was weak and near death. Olaf's men captured Numenix and took him to Dragon's Reach, imprisoning him. Those who helped Olaf became wealthy leaders during his reign. In the end, Olaf One-Eye was buried in Dead Men's Respite and imprisoned Svafnir there, leaving him to die. During the reign of the Akaviri Potentate, Skyrim was ruled by High King Logrolf, a close ally of Versailles Shai, who was assassinated around 2E 431. Eyes turned to Logrolf's daughter, Freydis, as the next High Queen. Controversy arose when Jarl Svertir claimed Freydis was illegitimate, necessitating a moot to determine the new leader. The moot chose Svertir, but the Crown of Verdi, which had chosen High Kings since Olaf One-Eye, chose Freydis. This division split Skyrim into two kingdoms. The Nords of the Old Holds followed Freydis, while the Nords of West Skyrim followed Svertir. Whiterun, along with Whiterun Hold, joined Western Skyrim. After Tiber Septim's conquest over Morrowind, the royal daughter of the king of Mournhold, Baranzia, was taken by Symmachus, a dark elven general of the invading force. The young child was brought to the outskirts of Whiterun, to the township of Greymoor, where she was supervised by Count Sven Advinson, a veteran of the Tiber Wars. Baranzia grew up as a proper noble, but yearned for adventure outside. She occasionally escaped Castle Greymoor to wander. During her stay, she befriended a stable boy named Straw out of pity. Straw told Baranzia about a conspiracy against her, claiming she would be sold as a concubine to the king of Rihad. Together, they hatched a plan to escape Darkmoor to Whiterun. Baranzia dressed as a boy and took up a job as a caravan guard with Straw, heading to Whiterun and arriving at dawn. During their stay in Whiterun, the teenagers lived in the poor district, staying in a shanty inn. Despite her dark skin and vibrant red eyes, Baranzia's disguise was effective, blending into the crowd. With the gold taken from Darkmoor, they lived in the inn, enjoying decent meals and celebrating their escape. Eventually, they had to leave Whiterun and move east to Morrowind. They took jobs as caravan guards for a group heading to Riften, near the border of Morrowind. In Riften, Baranzia reunited with Symmachus and eventually became the Queen of Mournhold. Straw later died a horrible death. During the Imperial Simulacrum from 3E 389 to 3E 399, Emperor Uriel Septim was imprisoned in the Deadlands by Jaeger Tharn. Tharn planned for months to capture the throne and succeeded over 10 years. He had a powerful weapon called the Staff of Chaos, which he split into 9 pieces and scattered across Tamriel. The staff was the only thing keeping Uriel Septim and Warhaft in oblivion. A warrior escaped Tharn's clutches and travelled Tamriel to retrieve the pieces. Known as the Eternal Champion, this hero assembled the staff and defeated Jaeger Tharn at the Imperial Palace. During their quest, the Eternal Champion visited Whiterun, then ruled by King Asgus. In the late Third Era, Whiterun was ruled by Jisash, the Witch Queen and priestess of Lorkhan. Her rise to power was mysterious. Recently, the group known as Horm and several natural disasters plagued Whiterun and other settlements, including Hrothgar. Many citizens blamed Jisash, but unexpectedly exalted her to power in Dragon's Reach, earning her the moniker Witch Queen. Despite her massive control, her magic did not bring prosperity to her domain. Jisash continued to rule Whiterun into the Fourth Era, while the Nordic kingdoms in the north fared better. During the Skyrim Civil War in 4E201, Whiterun was ruled by Jarl Balgruuf the Greater. Balgruuf prioritised his people over provincial conflicts. Nominally aligned with the Imperial Legion, Balgruuf focused on protecting his people from the Dragon Crisis. Around this time, the township of Helgen was razed by the World Eater dragon, Alduin. A survivor travelled to Whiterun to warn the Jarl of the dragon attack. Convincing Jarl Balgruuf, the survivor prompted him to send a militia to protect Riverwood and retrieve the Dragonstone for Court Wizard Ferengar's secret fire. Later, the dragon Murmelnir attacked the western watchtower between Whiterun and Greymoor. The survivor and Whiterun guards fought the dragon, ultimately killing Murmelnir. This event revealed the last Dragonborn of prophecy. The Dragon Crisis took a toll on Skyrim's residents, necessitating an end to the conflict. After learning Dragonrend through the Elder Scrolls, the last Dragonborn battled Alduin at the Throat of the World, temporarily defeating the World Leader. After the battle, Alduin escaped to the ancient temple of Skuldafn in the Velothi Mountains. Through their teacher's wisdom, the last Dragonborn learned a shout to summon Alduin's ally, Odahviing, with the plan to interrogate him about Alduin's whereabouts.
Go ahead and call this dragon of yours.
Odahviing!
With Jarl Balgrif's help, the last Dragonborn trapped Odahviing in Dragon's Reach, once used to imprison Numenex.
Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
Odahviing eventually led the last Dragonborn to Skuldafn, allowing the Dragonborn to traverse Sovngarde and defeat Alduin once and for all. If you enjoyed the video, want to see more and help support the channel, you can hit the join button to find out more on how to do it. Your support helps the channel grow and is always greatly appreciated.